Uh, Hello, once again. So it's been a week since our last meetup, since my last part of this diary. Um, the week has passed, so I guess it's time to update something about my current week. So I guess we can drop in here and like cross out another life in my life calendar. I'll do it with mouse, so it will be a little bit. Yep, another week has passed. Now let's save it and let's go to the overview. So what are my thoughts? What happened during this week? And to begin with, let's take a look at some of the stats. So at Monday, I've done nothing from the focus areas. On Tuesday, I guess, On Tuesday, I guess, I've also did nothing. Same goes. No, on Wednesday, I was listening to another course at my university. And in Thursday, I guess, I was rebuilding my Obsidian, which is not in the focus areas kinda, so it's also fail. And then Friday, I'm sorry. And then Friday I was figuring out the architecture of my solution for the thesis. I guess it doesn't call a diploma, it's a thesis. So I guess we can update it here. Yep, and now go to the Saturday. On Saturday, I was figuring out the architecture again and watching content about the videos, but it was for the actually valuable work was only 30 minutes. And let's go for Sunday. Today I also spent, I guess, not 30, it's 60 minutes in the morning figuring out how to build and how to structure my final solution. So I guess it was not a good week, I guess. We can see that I kind of haven't had enough sleep. Definitely a bad sleep schedule. So at some points there is less than 6 hours of sleep. Not in this case. Yes, 7 hours. Then I've slept for, I guess, kind of 9 hours. I should say 9.5 hours. So I was very tired after the work week. And then today I've also slept only for 7.5 hours. Again, 7.5. I should better say. What else? Let's get to the, again, it's not diploma, it's thesis. What I've achieved during in these focus areas. So for thesis, the main problem is that I'm still not sure what I'm doing. It's kind of hard to explain because I don't have the right terms. I generally think that the idea that I've chosen to develop isn't an academic one, isn't so I can't unfold it for 70 pages, basically. And there are some issues with the architecture of final solution, so I'm not sure if I'm going to write it. There are a lot of problems, lots of problems emerged. First of them, I don't know the frameworks for doing so, and I have to like do front end, back end, and the database stuff, which is technically a backend, but there will be like another server with databases. And so the final architecture I kind of come up with is using React, as it's the most popular library. And while I don't know anything, well, I don't know any other libraries, I suppose that basically picking the most popular one will be a nice decision. But I don't know how to program in it. I was figuring out, tinkering with it for, I guess, in Friday and Saturday in the evening, but nothing too serious. Just read the docs and that's it. The architecture will be like React in the front end, then Node in the back end, because it's also a really easy way to get things done. And computational heavy parts will be, I guess, in Rust. There will be only one, I guess, heavy computational part, which is the Monte Carlo simulation itself. And I want to, like, the final concept is that there will be tasks which I could prioritize based on the outcomes of the simulations. So I've done some research and found out that there is how does it call, probocrate or something like this. So we have a dedicated library in Rust, which prop crate, yeah, something like this. and that's it. So, and I don't know Rust, of course, and it's kind of also the hard thing. I thought it will be a good idea to make backend side in .NET and frontend in React. I'm still figuring out how to like blend them, and if there is any like do you basically need to do this in order to create the project. Then what else? I guess that's it. So I'm in a big pit. Like I don't know where to move next. On the at the weekends, I've tried to like figure out how to. I was figuring out how the entity framework works and object-oriented programming concepts, and like how to blend front-end and back-end, how to build APIs, etc., etc. But it was only like the video part, so I haven't created still anything. That's what like worries me the most. Next thing, planning. And I guess in case I sound strange, it's because I'm not alone in the home right now, and it's kind of not embarrassing, but I don't like to speak when there is someone near me. I guess it's like the temporal stuff, which someday I'll adjust to it, but for now it's like kind of strange. I've always recorded when I was alone, but the current situation requires me to record weekly without any how's it called without any convalescence. No, it's so I have no choice. Like that's it. Now let's go for the planning part. It's kind of easy for now. It was like the whole idea is to follow the system, which I'm doing right now. So I'm recording this, follow the live calendar, which I've crossed, and like record block and put effort in chosen areas. I failed with the last part due to my occupation, due to my current occupation. and university, so it's kind of hard to dedicate time slot for doing something. And the blog is recording currently, so I guess 50% of this area is fulfilled. What about planning? I didn't plan a lot because I have a really messed up sleeping schedule. As you might see, I'm going to bed pretty late and wake up early for this period of time. Ultimately, the best way to, like, the good schedule would be to go to bed in 3 a.m. and wake up at 11 a.m. But I can do this because I have to go to work, and it kind of messes the whole thing. So in order to stay focused and achieve something, I guess I have to wake up early and go to bed early too. But again, it's not possible because I'm not living alone and no one will follow my schedule. So in this kind of thing, I'm fucked also with the planning. I've read about a thing called maker versus manager schedule, and basically the idea there is that if you're a manager, you have your work day split in 1 hour time slots, and it's easy for you to like get up the context, and basically you're doing nothing useful. I guess you're not creating anything, you're just organizing, and you like 1 hour periods are enough for you to like to get into the context and to basically grasp it and to be productive, stay productive when you're a manager. And if you're building something like I'm trying to be, and that's just, I can't work in this schedule. So you have to have dedicated time slots for it's not one, like the day should be split into deep working sessions, 4 and 4 hours. And I can like afford it because I'm going to work. I have long commuting periods, and it's kind of hard to like plan your day in advance with such prerequisites to have in Maker schedule. And I guess that all my problems could be solved with just sticking to Maker schedule, because the application I want to build is quite ambitious for me. So I'm required to like get the context, a big context of it, hold it in the head. And in work, we just like doing some analytical bullshit. Nothing interesting there. Just sucks the energy, but in return, it gives me some money, which are essential, of course, for my plans. Next, TOEFL. And TOEFL is like the most worrying part for me because I've tried to do something for it, but I kind of can't force myself to doing so. So zero progress in TOEFL. I have English lesson tomorrow. So yes, I guess at least something will be done. That's why you need dedicated teacher in order to like do your homework, which I just have to finish my text, and that's it. I don't know if I'll succeed with it, so I need to get 100 points out of 120 overall, and it will be kind of tough with my current level of with my current preparation level of readiness. I don't know, but I have to try. And there's also a problem with it, that that we live in a country which is separated from other world in financial in financial sense. So you just can't pay for the exam with your credit card. You have to ask someone to pay for you, and it's also very tedious. And I don't like to ask someone to do anything, but in this case, it's also a must thing like to do. Now let's go further for the sport part. I feel that my current regime and my current working schedule is not a very good one. So I feel back and knee pain, and I just have to put more effort into sport activities overall. I also think that I'm very weak, like in direct sense, because I don't have mental energy to force myself to do something with my body, and it slowly dies, I guess. I'm young right now, so that's not the problem, but I guess in the long run, this won't be. This isn't a sustainable strategy. Now, further down the road, we have other events, and these are the events which happened like without. I haven't planned for these events, but they happened, I guess, like a form of procrastination, because as I've mentioned earlier, I don't know what to do in these areas, so I don't have a clear plan. I guess I'll have to like somehow correct my strategy. In the planning area, I have also problems. TOEFL hadn't touched it, which is also the problem, and sport just don't have mental energy. So whenever I try to focus on these areas, the procrastination ultimately comes in, and you do something just in the sake of doing. To these efforts goes like my reorganization of Obsidian. Like you can notice that I went from, I guess one folder is missing, which is I guess it's the storage one. Yes, nothing's there, so it misses. So it's like the parastructure, which is project oriented, and you have some areas here. Again, don't want to cover this up, but the idea were to simplify the structure. So I haven't using calendar as much, haven't using area spaces. Now I have the folder for tasks, which I put time that I've spent on them. I have folder for my activities, which are basically project folders, where goes the project file and nodes dedicated to it. So we have to my different blocks, like Leaps goes here, and my investigation into Notion as the tool for productivity, which is also, I guess, a form of procrastination. Unfortunately, when you don't know what to do, you're doing something that seems useful, but but it appears to be useful, but it actually don't move you towards the goal completion. Now let's return. Another thing happened today. I've tried to focus on my thesis. Why is it here? Guess I don't need this. Which happened today. I've tried to focus on my thesis on the writing app, but essentially reinstalled my ThinkPad because Windows was lagging like hell. The CPU load spiked constantly, and everything stuttered, basically. So yes, I guess that's all. I can't describe this week as a success, it's rather a failure. So let's do so. I guess I failed. And what can I do to improve on this? I can basically ask for help, and that's it. Like ask for help, and then what else? I've heard about the concept to take an L in startup like environment, and I guess I have to, like, I don't know what to do. I'm just fucked in this moment of time. Yep. So that's it. Nothing to follow up. Guess that's described my whole week. The work ruins everything, and I don't know. I just can't choose what to do, and I don't know how to accomplish all the goals I've set to me. So that's it. Boob.